Hello, hello. Welcome in. My name is Chloe, and welcome to my YouTube channel, my little cozy corner of the internet. And I'm really excited for you to be joining me. I'm really excited to be here. I'm sure, as you can imagine, it took a little bit of courage to get me here finally, but I am here. Why am I here? I thought it would be fun to do the BookTube Newbie Tag so that you can all get to know me a little bit. I can share a little bit about my book taste and what I hope for this channel to be. Let's get right into it, right? First question, what made you want to start a BookTube channel? I wanted to start this channel because I like to talk about books. Okay, I like to talk about books and I wanted to expand my bookish community. I have some close friends that I do read with and we share stories about, but we have very different tastes. And sometimes they'll recommend something and it's spot on, or I'm like, hate reading it all the way through. And then other times they're like, oh, you're reading something. I would never read that. And you're like, who can I talk about this book with? I am hoping you are that person. I'm hoping you are that person. So that is why I wanted to start this channel. I want to talk about books. I want to lean into hobbies, and I want to build a community of like-minded individuals. That is the why. What are some of my favorite kind of books? That's really hard to say. I think the easiest way to describe it would to be very briefly going over some of my top reads of 2025. I know it's February, but this just seems like it makes the most sense. Starting with The Fourth Wing, we'll call it the series because I don't know if you can see them in the back there. Iron Flame, Onyx Storm, enjoyed it. Loved the dragons. The dragons were the stars for me. I loved that they had personalities, characters, depth, their own little dragon situation. The romance was cool too, but like I just enjoyed it. It was a nice escape. Another great book from last year is The Hobbit. I've seen all the movies and I had never read the books, so last year I did actually read The Hobbit. I read The Fellowship of the Ring and I got about 80% through The Two Towers, which I did complete this month. So I have read The Two Towers now at this point of recording. But The Hobbit was such it to me so far, still my favorite. Don't hate me. But it was such a good time. I didn't know I liked Bilbo so much. The songs, the jokes, the pacing, it was great. The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien was definitely one of my favorites from last year. Switching it up just a little bit. Penelope Douglas's Credence. Yes. I will say I don't love traditional contemporary romances, but this one right here, I did discover that I do really love dark romances. I do really love taboo romances, and I do really love reverse harem. Okay? That's what this book equaled. This woman can write her some tension. I love a insta love, right? I'm like, just give it to me immediately. You see each other, it sparks flying, go for it. Love it. This woman made me love the slow burn in this book. I'm gonna leave it there. It's not for everyone. It's for me though. I know that much. This one is for me. I loved it all. It was inappropriately delicious, and that's where I'm gonna leave this. Credence. Whew. Hidden Pictures. Jason Brookaluk. I said that wrong, but forgive me. This one was fantastic. This was a thriller, psychological horror. I don't know. It was a little bit of everything, but let me tell you, I was here for it. And I'm definitely the kind of reader that is like reading, flipping through the pages, trying to take notes. Like, oh, I'm gonna guess how it ends. It's not gonna surprise me. I'm gonna find the killer. I'm gonna figure out the twist. Nope. Did not figure out the twist. Was flabbergasted at the end of this book. It was so satisfying. It pulled me out of my reading slump that Fourth Wing and the last book I'm going to talk about put me in, but this was fantastic. An oldie but a goodie. Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park. I love the movie. I'd never read the book. The books were so good. It gave me everything that I needed. It gave me adventure. I could see the dinosaurs. I am running through, I'm not going to call it the jungle, but like the island with them. But it was the satisfying ending for me. When the bad guys get what's coming for them, I'm here for it. When karma wins, I'm here for it. This was very enjoyable, a nice fun ride. Yes. Also read this chunker by Mr. King himself. It. A moment of silence for it for a second here, y'all. Okay. This was my favorite book last summer. This is probably currently my favorite book, if I'm being honest. This man, he did his thing with this book. And this book can seem intimidating for people because of its size, but the terror, the trauma, the triggers that this man writes about that you can imagine yourself living in, the found family, the camaraderie, the bond, the trauma bond that can be created in various instances. This book had so many levels to it. I just enjoyed it. I ate it up. It was 5 stars, 6 stars. It was great. It was great. You know, not everybody likes him. Not everybody likes the content in this book. Stephen King, favorite book of 2025, still lives rent-free in my head. I can't wait to reread it. To give you a little bit of taste, I want to give some honorable mentions. I'm not going to climb up and get them though. I did read Binding and Keeping 13 last year. Yes, it technically is a romance, but it feels very dark as well. And it's also YA, which generally speaking, I don't navigate or gravitate to. I do not gravitate to YA or contemporary romance, but Binding and Keeping, it was good. It was good. And Pride and Prejudice was also really good. Are you a planner or a mood reader? And I mean, if those are the choices, the Virgo in me wants to say I plan, but also the way I am struggling to honor my February TBR makes me feel like I'm a mood reader. I like to shop my shelves based on whatever I'm feeling. So we go off mood or vibes, as I like to say it. And right now, the vibes have been calling to dark romances, fantasy, classic. Where's my favorite place to read? Right here. This year, I also created my lovely little book nook, and I'm going to have to show you around. But I have this nice, cozy lounger that can fit 2 people right next to these beautiful bookshelves that are filled with so many good reads. This is my favorite place to cozy up, get lost in the book. You'll probably see me here quite often. What am I currently reading? Currently, I am reading a handful of books. Okay. I have been reading The Count of Monte Cristo for a couple of months now. I was blowing through the first 400 pages and I realized that I needed to slow down. So that is slowed down. So I'm reading that while mixing in other books. I just finished a couple of books over the last few days. So now I have started the 3rd book in the Ruthless Boys series. So I am reading that book, Vicious Fae, Carolyn Peckham, and Suzanne Valenti. Is what I'm currently reading. I am also reading Beloved, and I am currently in the middle of The Dragon Republic as well. So that is book 2 of the Poppy War. I read book 1 last month. It was really good. It was a little dark. This one, I'm about halfway through it, and sorry, I'm looking over at it to see how I feel about it because I am just not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't know if my mood is here to watch this woman battle with drug addiction, internal demons, and warring nations. It's a lot. It's heavy. So those are my current reads right now. How do I prefer to read? I like a little bit of it all. If I had to choose my absolute favorite way to read, it is immersive. with an audiobook and the physical book in front of me. Yeah, what kind of reading vibes? Next question. What kind of reading vibes are you hoping to create on your channel? I want a little bit of everything. I want to explore. I want to explore the new and the old. I want to have a great discussion, just have a good time. I'm so very excited for the plans that I have, my reading plans this year. I feel like I'm going to have a fantastic reading year. If January is any insight as to how this year of reading is going to go, you guys are in for a treat, as am I, because January was filled with bangers and I'm just here for it. So I am just really excited for my plans for this year. I have some pretty ambitious goals here. I feel like last year I was just kind of dabbling in, but this year I'm going in with a plan. And the biggest of my plans is The Mistborn. I'm going to go into Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere. And I plan to travel deeply within this universe. I'm hoping I love it. I am going to start with the first Mistborn trilogy, is where I've decided to begin my Brandon Sanderson journey. I have not read anything from him, but I hear great things. I also saw that Apple picked up a contract with him. I had these plans long before I knew he was going to partner with Apple, but I felt like this was something that I can really get lost in. And if there's one thing about me is I will get lost in and submerge myself in a world. And this seems like the perfect world to really get lost in. There's a lot of books already in the universe. Some of them are standalone, some of them are interconnected. I'm really excited to get started into that. It just seems like a really good time, and I've heard amazing things from his work. Other things that I plan to be reading this year, I plan to read mm-mm, mm-mm. Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'm hopping on the wagon because I like an audiobook, I like an immersive experience, and I hear that that experience that he provides is top tier like no other, and I'm here for it. I want to experience it. I want to have a good time. I think it'll be a good breakup between some of the more heavier books that I plan to read this year. I also want to read Sarah J. Maas's Crescent City series. I read ACOTAR. I keep going back and forth on, what is it called? Throne of Glass. I am a little on the edge of Throne of Glass. I don't know if I want to read that. Let me know what your thoughts are and if you think I should read it or not. I generally don't care for YA. Let me know. Let me know if I should try it. But Crescent City is definitely on the list, purchased and ready. I am going to try and read through some Penelope Douglas catalog. I read Birthday Girl this month. I've got Five Brothers, and I want to read the Corrupt series. Obviously, I'm trying to finish the Poppy War series, and then I want to dive further into Red Rising. I read the first book last year. I think I might need to reread it, or maybe just move on to the second book because people say that the first book isn't the best book. And if it was to get me hooked, it definitely didn't, but I do own them all, so I am open to, I am going to continue. So these are some of the series that you can plan to see. I also want to read some classics, Anna Karenina, of Eden, The Bell Jar, 100 Years of Solitude, and Crime and Punishment. I'm also going to read The Odyssey as well. Not just because the movie's coming out, but also because the movie's coming out. And then speaking of movies, I'm also going to be reading Wuthering Heights as well. Oh, and I can't forget, we are going to continue to read Stephen. You can't see my Stephen shelf. I am going to continue to expand on my Stephen King reading. So Pet Sematary, Salem's Lot, The Mist, and Dreamcatcher are some just off the top of my head that I know that I want to read this year. I know that I'm going to do a series dedicated to just the Mistborn, Cosmere, Brandon Sanderson world, so they will have their own kind of episodes. Count of Monte Cristo is also going to have its own vlog, but I do want to incorporate the other books that I've mentioned into reading vlogs where you'll see a little bit into my life. Maybe we'll talk about the Lego build of the week and give you some footage of me rolling the bowling ball down the lanes and hopefully hitting some pins. And you know, just getting to know each other, hanging out a little bit, and giving a little week in the life, you know. Let me know if you guys want to see something in particular. I'm new. Probably have already said it, but if I haven't already, please be nice. You know, it's a little nerve-wracking to put yourself out there. I am stepping out here with an open heart and an open mind and the best of intentions. And I'm hoping to invite that back. We can go on this journey together. We can agree to disagree within limits. I think that that is a pretty good introduction into who I am and what you can anticipate from this channel. I really appreciate you. Please, please, please like and subscribe. I hope to cultivate a space where we can be ladies and lords of leisure, where we work hard so that we can play harder. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one.